What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Benitez here. Welcome to episode 3 of the Barrier of Entry podcast. The Barrier of Entry was created to literally break down the border. I'm talking about the border between Canada and US, fully understanding and knowing that the barber industry in the US is taken a lot more seriously with proper state board regulations, health and safety protocols. In Canada, more specifically in Quebec, in Montreal, we don't have any of that. So I'm here to speak to barbers that you may know, barbers that have made an impact in this industry, and to talk to them and ask them how they were able to build a story, build a brand for themselves within this industry that is that where the barrier is completely open for anyone to enter. So those of you that are tuning in right now, we are here in Winnipeg live at Famos's house. Scott, Jestoni, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate you giving me your time to be on this podcast. Welcome to episode 3 of the Barrier of Entry podcast. How you guys doing?
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Like, feeling good right now. Excited to get real deep.
You gotta keep that, man. To add to that, deep in the mind is what Jestoni's trying to say, man. And yeah, let's just chop it up, bro. Thanks for flying to our beautiful, great weather of a city. You know, welcome to Winter Wonderland. It's April 4th, 5th,
April
8th.
8th. Yeah.
That's what happens in Winnipeg, man. You lose track of time.
Yeah,
You don't even know what day it is.
it's crazy. The first time I actually flew to the west, I went to Vancouver, and it snowed for the first time in like 10 years, and like now it's snowing again.
Yeah, you caught us at a crazy time right now.
Yeah.
It's like snowstorm in Winnipeg right now. I'm like, man, Nick, I sent you that text message, and I'm like, bro, I think it speaks to you, bro.
I'm the reason why it's snowing. But hey, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really wanted to dive deep into the mind of you, Scott,
Mm-hmm.
because you moved to Montreal how many years ago?
I moved there 2013 or 2014.
2013, 2014.
Mhm.
I was probably a year or two into barbering.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually heard about you because of my mom. My mom saw a newspaper article about you. I think it was in, like, the Toronto Star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Diego.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was trying to bring that newspaper here, but went to my parents' house last weekend, couldn't find it. And I still have your pin from like BarberCon like 2017.
You got to pop up some photos of you rocking that.
Yeah, if I can
Oh,
find
trust
some.
me, I'm bringing that back, bro.
You're bringing the pins back.
I am, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
The finally famous brand, you're bringing it back.
Yeah, so like the SR brand, it's almost damn near had an hold on. I almost had a, what's it called?
Identity crisis?
Yeah. I almost damn near had an identity crisis, like who's Famos and who's Scott Ramos, right? And then opening a barbershop, and then now I have a cafe. I'm just like, okay, who is Famos and who is Scott Ramos? So almost like Paul Mitchell, Kevin Murphy, Kevin Luckman, Josh LaMonica, like a lot of incredible people that I highly look up to in the industry. I'm like, I'm just gonna run with Scott Ramos, because the way that I treat Saint, it's like we are Saint. Saint is as much Stony's as it is mine, even though I opened the shop. So like, what I've learned is to completely detach myself from the barbershop, and in a way where it's like, this isn't my, like, I don't walk in there like this is mine. I was able to detach myself the day that I open it, so I can really respect it. Almost like I didn't start paying myself from the barbershop until like 3 or 4 years in, because I wanted to just make sure that the barbershop was taken care of. But in that process, I stopped pushing the Scott Ramos brand, and it's time. What did Alexi call it? The revival, the revival of Scott Ramos. So I wanna bring those pins back and start doing a bunch of cool stuff like that. So
It's crazy. There are actually a lot of barbers that don't know who you are. And to me, that blows my mind, because I'm like, how do you not know Famos? Scott, you made the move from your hometown to Montreal, and in a short amount of time, you built real momentum and made a name for yourself very, very quickly. What do you think that move forced you to become?
That move forced me to become uncomfortable. And the salon that I was working at the time, I was literally booked 2 months in advance. It's like, why would I leave something that I've already built? And it's just, I visited Montreal and I got to experience the people, the lifestyle, the food, the music, and I met Corey. And I was like, you know what? If it doesn't work out, I just come back home. So I went out there. First week, I had like 2 clients. Second week, and then with like the help of Corey, and I'd like to say humbly that, you know, Notorious, like we really put like high-end barbering like on the map in a sense where it's like, whoa, a barbershop can have Versace doorknobs and marble floors and but still keep it like a cool kind of dark, moody hip hop type of vibe, right? So like that's what Notorious was. So I kept rocking with it, and then now the busiest barber and the busiest barbershop in Montreal, and now we're attracting a lot of people that wanted to come work there. And then building off of Corey. So Corey, a lot of his customers, so he has like the largest archive of like vintage sunglasses and jewelry. And every time there's a celebrity in town, they're with Corey because it's Corey's city. Corey brings them around. And then obviously he's got the barbershop to flex, right? So he's like, yo, Famos, it's 2 a.m. I need you to cut Ty Dolla $ign. Yo, 3 a.m. after Fabulous is done, we got to go cut him. Wow. And then also through me, like Jay Majors was like, yo, Famos, Bruno Mars is in town with his crew. I need you to go cut them up. So then now I'm like, yo, Corey, come with me. Now Corey brings his suitcase with the glasses. I'm chilling with Bruno and his old gang. And then, so it was like a good business move on Corey's end, but also like a really good career move on my end. And it just worked hand in hand. But Montreal changed my life, bro. And like me being there, I know I changed a lot of lives by being there. And also going back to where like a lot of people that they don't know me, I kind of low key like that in a sense where it's like, I did reach this point in my career where I'm literally traveling the world with, you know, Pacino's, Lena, Diego, going to like some of the first barber tours ever to exist in like North America, and travel to like South America, to Brazil, like damn near every state and all this. But now that I'm getting a little older, it's almost like I love seeing like Jestoni and my young bulls in the spotlight. Like I'd rather celebrate them than me being in the spotlight all the time, right? So, but yeah, to the youngins out there, do your homework, bro. Google me. I'm just playing, yeah. But no, that's a great question, bro. And I know I know this is your podcast, but let me ask you, like, what brought you to Montreal?
I was brought to Montreal for new opportunities. I was well, first of all, thanks for asking. No one's really asked me questions on my own podcast.
So we do that.
Yeah. I was 20 years old. I was already fully booked, you know, 3 or 4 weeks out. And I didn't know how to do laundry. I didn't know how to take care of myself. And when I was presented an opportunity to move to Montreal, I was like, you know what? This might be not just a career move, but a chance to grow up. And I've never paid rent before. Never had like real like responsibilities. And, you know, I grew up in a household where my dad would be the type of guy that like cook everything, clean everything. Like imagine like getting up from the bed to like take a leak and then coming back and your bed is made. That was my dad. Because that's the type of household that I was raised in. And my mom was worried for me because she was like, how are these kids gonna grow up, you know? So when I told her that, hey, I got an opportunity to move to Montreal, she was like, yeah, you should go. 100% you should go. So just like yourself, I said to myself, you know, hey, if it doesn't work out, it's just like a mega bus away, you know, like a coach bus away, you know? And it's been 7 years since. I want to get deep into your question. I mean, into talking to you, Jestoni, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious, Scott. What do you think Montreal would? Where do you think Montreal would be if you stayed there for longer?
I said that is a really good question. I've actually thought about this before, but one of my interns at the time, Leo, and
Shout out to
Oliver,
Leo.
shout out Leo, Barber Strazan, shout out Oliver Cult. They were interns at the shop, and I taught them how to cut. You know, of course, it's just like more guidance, and then they find their own style. But Leo and Ollie, they were telling me that they're gonna leave Notorious and they were gonna open a shop, and they asked me if I wanted to be part of it. And I already decided that I was gonna leave, you know. But then,
Why?
I missed my family. I definitely missed my family and my friends back at home.
And you were how old at that time?
20. That's a
You
good
moved to
question,
Montreal
man.
what age?
I was like 23 or 24, maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I think. I don't know, bro.
So when you were like creating
don't
pins
know.
and things like that, you were like 23, 24? No way. Wow.
Between 23 and 25, let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? I'm ready to come back home.
How long were you in Montreal for?
Almost 2 years.
Only 2 years, and you made that much of an impact on the barber industry.
I moved there with like 5,000 followers. And then the Notorious Barbershop account had around the same. And I remember Corey was like, I'll give you a free pair of glasses if you beat Notorious to 10K. And I did everything in my power. And this was back when like you couldn't even post videos. It was literally like one photo
Right.
post. And I'm like, yo, these got to be fire. Like,
Right.
but then moving to a new place and like figuring out the lighting. Bro, I haven't even figured out the lighting in the barbershop downstairs. Because it's like I rarely take photos of my work anymore. I go in there, I make sure that the shop is good, the people are good, and then I take care of my clients and I dip. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's changed a lot for me, right? But and sorry, like I'm rambling like crazy right now, but
It's okay.
yeah, to simplify my answer, I moved back. I missed my family.
And where do you think Montreal would be if you stayed?
You see how I didn't even answer that question yet? Montreal would be good, man, because you know, like I definitely made a massive impact there, but I feel like the talent was already there. You know what I mean? And I feel like what Corey was able to achieve and accomplish with Notorious was to like show barbers that it's like, yo, we are expensive. We can look expensive, and I know how much Corey loves his hometown, so I'm grateful that I was able to help him build that vision in such a cool space and in a crazy neighborhood, St. Henry, man. Like, and
Does this guy have ADHD or something?
I do,
You do?
I
Yeah,
do too. So
I
like
do.
we're both the same boat.
I do.
Dude, I'm like 3 cups of coffee in right now. I'm pretty wired.
Yeah, I already forgot the question, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all good.
If Scott, I'm really trying not to discredit what you're saying at all.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
it's
good.
great because I know you're just trying to like recall what it was like, and paint a picture for me. But the thing is, I've been a fan ever since,
Yeah, I appreciate you.
and I wonder if you stayed, like till now, who do you think Scott would like? Who would Scott be?
I probably would have partnered up with Corey and opened more Notoriouses, you know, and then being in the East Coast, so close to New York, Chicago, Toronto, you know, I probably would have been doing exactly what I'm doing here, you know, just building an empire wherever we go. And I think that's what's great about barbers. Like, if you had to just spin a globe, put your finger, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna end up here. You bring your tools with
Right.
you, you'll figure it out.
Right.
You know, and I think that's the beautiful thing about it. But like when I do catch my ADH brain going into all the what ifs and all this, then I'm just like, I get into like this pocket of like dwelling and all that. But it is really cool to like think like, what if I did stay? You know what I'm saying?
I think you would have been running the entire. I think Montreal would be a completely different place for the barber industry.
Yeah.
Because right now, you may not know this, but right now, all good. Right now, the industry is full of educators. There's classes popping up left and right. Look and learn classes, hands-on classes popping up everywhere. You at one point were doing tours as well. I remember
doing
when you
tours and
announced-
look and learns from time.
Yeah,
You know,
from way back, and a lot of barbers that are getting into the industry now, especially in Montreal specifically, will see all these things popping up, but they don't realize that it's been a thing for a long time. Now, I just wonder if you were there, I don't know, like what, like you would have probably taken that education part to a different standard. I'm not even sure, but to me, it's like a fantasy to think about if you were to stay in Montreal. It'd be absolutely insane. But everything happens for a reason. Everything is God's plan. We're here today in Winnipeg with Saint. Beautiful space, by the way.
Thank you.
I really love the shop. You have an amazing team.
Thank you.
Speaking of the team, we got this pogy handsome guy right here.
Hi.
What's the story? How did you two meet?
Oh, crazy story. So when I was in grade 12, I was running track at the time, going to university. I already had a plan to go to the States to run track. And then but I was lacking one grade 12 credit. So I took a class called LifeWorks where you had to go wherever, like go Subway, McDonald's, but the option was Saint.
Really?
Yeah, it was a barber shop. So I was like, my barber at the time, James, he left for the military, and at the time I wasn't working. So I thought it was a great opportunity to like get free haircuts and just like honestly just get free haircuts. I'm being completely transparent. Like I had no money. So but fun fact was like I didn't even know like what Saint was or who Famos was or like Chink and all of them, like because at the time like all I knew was like just the Basin barbers. So Miss Harder, shout out my like high school teacher, brought me in. It's kind of the same vibe that we have right now where have questions, like I have a whole bunch of questions on this like paper, and I see Scott, and then he's a cool guy, like, you know, dressed up all like hip hoppy street. I see the barbershop very like, you know, my vibe, like very hip hoppy, like the culture is like amazing. So I'm like very nervous and like kind of nervous like how I am right now. So I'm like holding this paper and I'm like stuttering, trying to ask him like simple questions like how long he'd been cutting hair and what inspired him. And then he ended up taking me in as an intern. And at the time I wasn't even cutting hair. I would just sweep, introduce guests, you know, just do all like the secretary work. And then after he hired me that summer, I ended up not going to state. I just signed to like U of M, like a local university here in Winnipeg. So, and that same summer I started cutting hair. And then because Scotty gave me my first pair of clippers, he was like, why don't you just cut hair? And then I'm like, okay, cool. Then I ended up entering a barber battle 6 months into cutting hair. It's called the Barber Battle, All City Barber Battle, hosted by Regan Tran.
Oh yes.
Yes, yeah, he
Regan.
owns Swish. Yeah.
Yes.
And it was the 1800 competition. I like barely cut. I was barely cutting at the time, but I was like, you know, dabbling in. Then I ended up like winning. So that,
Fire.
yeah.
Congratulations.
So after that, I dropped out of university and went full time with Scott.
Wow.
I've been getting mentored by him ever since, and I still do get mentored. So I'm very thankful for this guy over here.
Thankful for you too, man. Just to add to that story, like I still see Jestoni has a little backpack on. He's like, oh yeah. His teacher was like, oh yeah, Jestoni has a few questions for you. He pulls out a piece of paper, just shaking, and it was cute, man. It was cute. But I'll never forget this day, bro. I remember I was out eating somewhere with some friends, and then Jestoni texts me. He's like, yo, big bro, like I really need to talk. So I like leave the table, call him, and then he's like, I think I'm gonna focus on track. Like
Track and field?
Yeah.
Really?
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah.
You know. Still is. We actually went for a nice run the other day.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
But Stoney, he was just like, I think this is what I want to do. Like, just focus on school and track. And I'm never one to be like, nah, man, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. Even like when Jestoni was like, yo, Scott, I think I'm gonna try working somewhere else. I was never like, man, like it was always just like, bro, go. You know what I mean? And it's like the universe just keeps bringing us back together. Now we're doing even more incredible things together. But I still remember that day, bro. And I was just like, all right, we'll see, you know?
Come back a month later, I'm like, oh, Scotty, I can't
Yeah.
work out here.
That's the beautiful thing about it. It's like with what we do, it's if you cut hair, you don't. I mean, we're also passionate about it. I'm a proud licensed hairstylist. I have my red seal here in Manitoba. You would call me a barber or whatever, but it's like that's not all I am. Like Stony will always be a runner and a track star. Me, I'll always be an artist. I love drawing, painting, making music, clothes, like whatever. Like, but it's just it's incredible um to have the skills in order to cut hair, and then when you become so good at it, people want to learn from you.
Mhm.
That's why, adding on to what you were saying, there's so many educators now, and everything is always going to get overpopulated. You know what I mean? It's like how many barbershops are in Montreal now, and compared to like when I was there, right?
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's almost like when you're in a food court, there's so much different food options, but it's still food. If there's a barbershop right across the street from us, man, I'd be walking in there, dropping them coffee, showing love every day, because I don't see it like competition at all.
Wow.
And
Opening up a barbershop next door, guys.
yeah, and that's gonna be Saint 2.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Studio.
Leg shaves only though.
What do you, Scott, in your opinion, what makes somebody qualified to become an educator?
That is a great question. I feel, I mean, like Stoney's invested a lot of money to have mentors and learn from them. Like a lot, like more than I have. And I think that just that alone qualifies you, because it's like, well, I paid all this money for me to learn this stuff. And it's not just like, yo, I took the course. I took these courses. You should learn from me. Like Stoney's a great example because he puts in the work, and I get that. I understand that. I used to stay at Notorious for like 20 hours a day, putting in the work and just showing people like, yo, look what I'm able to do. Right. But that work is like Stoney filming and cutting hair and ordering Uber Eats every half an hour, and then going,
breakfast.
yeah, and then going home and editing videos all day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'd want to learn from him.
Wow.
If I didn't know him and I was watching his content, like I want to learn from him, right? But I feel a lot of people might be jumping in it too early, and I could see why that can happen, because you can easily see people online and automatically like look up to them and be like, I want to be like that person. Oh, they're an educator. I want to be an educator too. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But I feel like just give it a bit more time, and when you really feel that, like start in your city, start locally, and this goes out to like aspiring educators. Just start around with the people around you, and then see if you're able to teach them and make an impact on them. I'm an educator, right? But like it just so happens to be another thing that is part of what I do. And every time I'm on stage, I always tell people, I'm like, yo, I'm not here to show you how to do things. I'm just going to show you how I do things. And if you could walk out here with even just one thing, then you know that today was successful. So this is my story, and this is what I'm going to show you guys today. And then like that brings like you down to the, not down, but like it shows them that, oh, this guy doesn't think he's better than us, or this person doesn't think that they're better than us. I want to like sit and listen and see what this person has to say.
See, like a young man from Winnipeg, back when you first moved to Montreal, making that move, what the world saw was someone that blew up in the industry. At what point did you feel confident to own that title as an educator, and what allowed you to get to that point?
I think it was like when Pacino's, he picked 3 people to tour them, to educate all around the world, and I was one of them. That was when I was like, okay, like,
How did he find you?
Instagram?
What do you think? What was it
Or
about
no,
you that?
not even just Instagram. Sorry, what was it about me?
What was it about yourself that you felt Pacino's found you? Like, what was interesting about you for Pacino's to pick you?
Well, when IG really first started blowing up and taking off, there was probably like maybe 10 haircut tutorials on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you all of them. You know, one of them, Kaken, is Randy.
Wow.
If you don't know Kaken, bro, like he, you don't know shit.
Second podcast, someone mentions Kaken.
Yeah,
This is
Kaken,
insane.
bro.
Okay.
But Pacino's was on YouTube, and he was the first barber to have an app. And then on the app, he started featuring other people that, like Jesse Lima, Mark the Barber, and there's like too many to name, but I ended up getting chosen for the app on like volume 4 when I was doing the 4 a.m. fade.
Real quick,
Julius, yeah.
I actually jailbroke my iPod back in the day, so that I was able to download the Pacino's app illegally. So I didn't have to pay the $10 or
Wow.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Do you still know how to do that?
No, I don't.
Shit. But I was also like the only Canadian like going to these barber battles and shit. And in like Pacino's, the first time I ever heard of a barber like going on tour was like 2012. I worked at this salon called Burns and Black, and I had this education fund. So I'm like, I want to use that money, and I want to go to New Jersey. And I met Pacino's, and
That's where he's from?
I sat front row, and that was where I met Danny.
Pacino's is from New Jersey?
Pacino's is from New York.
Okay.
But yeah, he had Rich the barber with him. That's when I met Mark Marrero. That's when I met Danny Amorum, who I now work alongside with Andis. So if it wasn't for me like investing in that and going to New Jersey and shaking hands with these people, because there wasn't no DMs back then in 2012, and like I don't know, it's just like the consistency of him seeing me. And then I was I won my first barber battle. I went to Miami, and I won first place in the fastest fade with the slowest time. It's because like the amount of work that I did, like I did a full haircut, blow dry style, and a beard in 15 minutes.
Wow.
When all these other guys are just doing a number 2 skin fade. And it was like there's definitely some clean fades, but in my head, I'm like, Scott, just finish, man. You know, like you're going to be the last one, but everyone is just like, whoa, like what the hell is this kid doing? Right. Because I love seeing where the barber industry is now, because it's very technical. And like, that's how I was when I first went to hair school, but I wanted to fit in with the barbers. So then I became very classic barber, scissor over comb, clipper over comb. And I just adapted that. And I just really stuck with that. Right. So when they were seeing me do like the point cutting, the dry cutting, and then the blow dry, shaping, busting out the hairspray, barbers weren't doing that yet. They were just like putting on equal olive oil gel or pomade and just slicking the hair back or whatever, right? So when Pacino saw that and all these other guys saw that, they'll never forget that, right? And then, yeah, I don't know. He Notorious kind of really did help me push my work through Instagram, and I don't know, I was definitely in motion.
Yeah.
Still I'm in motion, right? But it was that time with like Pacino's and traveling when I felt that like this is crazy. Like this is like barbers can actually like live like this, you know?
That's awesome. It's so crazy to hear you recall that time, because I got introduced to barbering around that time. I started cutting hair 13 years ago. So everything you're describing, barber battles and all that stuff, it's like that's how I got introduced into the industry. And when I think about the new generation, I'm talking like I'm an uncle or something. I mean, I'm still
the youngest one here, guys.
like I'm still young, I think, in my head, you know, 27 years old. I've been cutting since I was 14. So I'm like in that kind of like middle phase where I kind of see like the old school turning into the new school in a way. And hearing you like repaint that picture of like what it was back then, it was like, wow. It's like, yeah, that was barbering for me. Mm-hmm. And when I see guys like Jestoni, it's like you're literally the new generation. Like as a Canadian barber, I have to give you your flowers, because you've been cutting hair for how long?
Almost 5-6 years.
5-6 years,
yeah.
And you're how old again?
I just turned 24.
24 years old, 2001?
Yeah.
2001?
I feel like I'm with my kuyas right now, you know?
2001, been cutting hair for 5-6 years. You're over 30K followers on Instagram. Like how did you get to that point, and how did learning under Scott, how did that help you
So
elevate?
So it's pretty cool. So in the beginning, when it first started, obviously I was more traditional barbering. I seen Scott do a lot of clipper with comb, fresh fades, nothing too technical yet. But I was inspired by like how quickly he can do it and how clean he can do it too, right? And especially with the designs. Starting off when I was like younger, like when I was 18, obviously that was not long ago, but
It's like last week.
yeah, literally. But yeah, seeing all the designs, that's when like obviously people younger would want that type of stuff. So I would just watch Scott do designs, clean lines for hours. I wasn't even cutting hair at the time or had any like interest into it. But then just being there at the shop surrounded by barbers, I feel like you are surrounded by I feel like you are the person who you become surrounded by.
You become the
Yeah.
product of the people you surround yourself
Sorry.
with.
It's been a long day, guys.
It's all good.
It's around 10K.
Absolutely. Well, listen, what do you feel like you're currently what do you feel like you're currently trying to grow into as a barber and as a person at this point in your life?
I feel like I was trying to always become the best barber when I first started and try to make the most amount of money. But what I realized throughout cutting and trying to get to that point, I'm not saying I'm at that point yet or where I want to be, but just trying to become an overall good person and healthy and just strive for that and like making sure I have the right people around me is the biggest thing. Because I've seen a lot of barbers like been to plenty of barber expos, talk to all the celebrity barbers, and I'm like, I want to make sure like when like someone asks me a question, they don't feel like I'm above them. I want to make sure that we're like the same level.
Absolutely.
Because that's how like I felt a few times at barber expos when I asked certain people questions and
Yeah.
how it felt like.
Uh-huh.
So I want to like really turn into that person for anyone who's starting out.
That's
I think.
amazing, because honestly, for what I feel speaking to you guys, like this is pretty much my first time meeting Scott, and pretty much my first time meeting you too. Like we bumped into each other at CT last year. But I don't feel like there's a single drop of ego coming from you guys, and I really appreciate that. And as a business owner, Scott, opening the business is now a whole other thing. When it came to opening Saint, what part of yourself did you have to let go for that to happen?
It's not just about me. And like, I have to make sure that, I always make sure that everyone else around me is good. Like, even just thinking about Notorious, right? But at the end of the day, it wasn't my shop. I was just helping. So now it's like, okay, like, how am I going to build this team? Okay, you literally can't make everyone happy, but it's almost like your job. Like, you have to make sure that everyone's good. So I think that's like the main takeaway from that.
Was it hard to build a team?
No.
Why?
So when I moved back to Montreal, I was depressed.
You back to Montreal?
No, sorry. When I moved home from Montreal,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I was I kind of hit this like low, like really low, because I was living this rock star lifestyle, traveling the world, and then I come back to my hometown, back in my parents' basement, broke. Like, the girl I was dating at the time, breakups, whatever, like. And I just didn't want to cut hair. I didn't want to do anything, right?
Shoot.
But that's why it's like what Stoney was saying, like, you are a product of who you surround yourself with. Thank God for I have best friends, and one of them, shout out my boy Triz, he opened he had a clothing store that he partnered with like a few people, but he's like, bro, you're back in the city. You've always talked about a dream barber chair. He's like, I know you got bread. Go buy that chair. We should actually pop a photo of that chair too. And he's like, and you can post up in this corner. I won't charge you for a couple months. He's like, just get back on your feet.
No way.
Wow.
So I was cutting in there, and then there was another barber, Hero, already in there. And then next thing you know, Chink was like, yo, can I come there? And everyone just started to come. And next thing you know, we have a full squad. And
Wow.
And Triz Triz was like, bro, I'm moving to Toronto. You want to just take the space? So then we signed the lease over to me, branded it with my big bro, named it Saint after my mom. My mom's last name Santos. And yeah, Saint was born.
Wow.
And then with that, you know, like OG team that we had, shout out everybody, but they all have their own shops now. And it's crazy. If you just like, I'm just trying to think of like a time lapse because Saint turns 10
This year.
this year.
Wow. Which
And
month?
like September 16th, which means you should come back for that.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
You know?
Probably.
Probably time lapse of just me cutting hair and my surroundings just changing me. You'll see everyone just leave, but you'll see Stony pop back in. Yo, what's up?
Literally came
Yeah.
back like 3 or 4 times.
But I see it like this. It's like you have to go through certain things and even sometimes people in order to get to where you are now and today.
Wow.
And I look at my team right now and, you know, thank you for complimenting my team. I'm obsessed with my team, brother. And then it's like, you know, Liam, for example, he's like, Scott, I really want to help grow Saint. Like, I want to open more locations. And like, that's the push now. That's the move now, where it's not like, hey, man, congrats on your new shop. Go do your thing. And it's like, I'm blessed that we got to work together and that I got to be part of your journey and vice versa. But now and then go our separate ways. But now it's like, I feel like the team that we have right now, it's like, we want to just be together forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm super grateful for that, man, because it's like, you know, sometimes I might not be the best boss and I have spread myself thin like amongst my other businesses and stuff, but that's why I'm grateful for my team because we hold it down. We got the girls definitely are the glue.
Definitely.
They talk their shit, they tell us straight and
Keep us organized.
yeah.
And clean.
So shout out Amber, shout out McKinley, shout out Sophia, shout out Kennedy. You know,
Working with females definitely makes the job a little bit more interesting for
it's
sure.
way better, man. It's way better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have 4 women on the team back in Montreal,
Mhm.
and I don't know, man. Women just, it's like they just get straight to the point, and it's like they don't beat around the bush. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the way that they do business is like a little bit more serious, if you will.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
You know, it's that's fantastic. And when it came to building your team, at what point, which year, because you're coming up to 10 years, which year did you feel like, okay, like I got a sick team?
2021, 2022. Because we shut down our first location, COVID. And it wasn't even necessarily because of COVID. It was just the things that were just happening. Like God was just like trying to tap me on the shoulder and he's like, Scott, this is my sign to you that it's time for you to move on, whatever that may look like. But after I shut down that first shop, I'm like, yo, I'm done, man. Like, I don't even want to have a shop anymore.
Really?
I want to get my own little studio, you know, have my bed in there, a couple canvases, paint, buy a new barber chair, sell everything, and then just kind of just do my own thing. But one of my business mentors was like, yo, Scott, there's this new spot and blah, blah, blah. So when we opened the new spot, Stony was there. And we had a great team, but it's just like a lot of them kind of left and filtered out. But I see it like this. It's like this person may leave, but now it's like there's opportunity for a whole new person.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I'm rambling again, but
It's okay.
Yeah.
we had to go through all that in order to get what we have right now.
Yeah, because like in the beginning when I first started at Saint, it was mainly like a lot of older people, right? Like I was the youngest there, like by like 8 years, maybe even 10, and it was like nice to have that like brotherly figure that I never had growing up to like tell me what to do and how to grow up, like teach me the proper ways. But like it was hard to like kind of connect with them because I was much younger. So when Scott developed this new place, it was actually pretty cool because everyone who joined was around my age and we could like actually connect and grow together. So like my close friend Jairi, he's my brother, and like that's how we kind of like connected more and like got better through each other. So I'm very happy that we like I had the opportunity to like see both sides. And like honestly, I do agree with Scott, like 2021, 22 is definitely like
The turning point.
turning point in Saint.
Huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hey, congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you, bro.
And your team is very, very nice.
Thank you.
Like they took the
Thank
time
you.
to talk to me, get to know me. Like I was like, wow, like this is some real hospitality.
Yeah. It's actually a dream. like to just know you wake up. And like, this is a reminder for everyone else listening and watching this podcast. It's like, life is not easy, and anything that comes easy, it's not life. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can really enjoy the fruits of our labor. Sometimes you just have to like even before our podcast, we took three deep breaths together and just really just realign yourself and just take a look around. It's like, man, you are blessed. No matter what's going on, you get to go to work.
Absolutely.
You get to work with the people that you love and do what you truly enjoy doing.
And like, if I'm being honest, like work doesn't feel like work. Like it's kind of crazy.
Especially at the barbershop.
Especially at the barbershop, because we're like so close with each other that like, even if I'm not cutting, or for example, my coworker's not cutting, we all just still kick it and hang out after after work, before, go on runs. We just kick it and chill. Like,
Wow.
it's not no like strict. It's like strict business in the shop, but also we like actually care about each other, and we're really like a family.
Oh, I
That's
love
the
that.
biggest thing about
So
saying.
that's a dream. Good for you, bro.
Thanks.
That takes a lot of time to create, and I can relate because I'm coming up to 5 years of opening my.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we lost like 3 barbers last year. Everyone moving back home, visas expiring, and all that stuff. The Barrier of Entry podcast. Okay, the reason why I even started this podcast is because I found that there was a problem in the industry, and specifically in Montreal. Okay, or maybe we can even categorize it as Canada. In the US, you know what it is. Licensing and hours and the whole process to actually legally be able to cut hair doesn't really exist here in Canada. Now, I spoiled it for myself because I asked some of your barbers on the team about what it's like here in Winnipeg and Manitoba. But when it comes to cutting hair, do you need a license to be able to cut here in Winnipeg?
Well, that's kind of how I ran my whole shop, because it's like, I went to school. So just because you know how to do a fade, what makes you think I'll hire you because you could just do a fade? It's like, you kind of gotta go through what you can't skip a step, right? But it's also at a point now where it's like, I've had my red seal. So like, basically what a red seal is like the final boss of your education. So
Canada.
it's school, and then your hours, and then the exams, and then
Practical? Did they do a practical exam too?
yeah, practical, and then like a theory, whatever it was. I did it so long ago, but I've had my red seal since 2012. Like, I got it right before I moved to Montreal, and I've never had a single person ask to look at it. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I have hired some people that haven't gone to school, but it's like, are you a good person? How are you with clients? How does our current team like you? Okay, your work is good. Okay, you know what? Let's try it out. You know, but I don't think anyone could legally do anything. Like, I can guarantee you there's a handful of at least one barber per barbershop in the city where that person hasn't gone to school. And you know, I don't know. I don't think I have a full opinion on that yet, because I was trying to stick to one way for so long. But it's like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to run a business here, and
Exactly.
and there are some things like with the apprenticeship board for trades that I don't fully 100% agree with. And I've even talked to like some hair teachers, and they're like, yeah, it's I don't know who's in charge of picking those rules, but
What are some rules? I'm sure like,
So-
probably different all over the, like, different provinces have different rules, right? So
basically, let's just say you just finished school and you want to work in a salon.
Mhm.
That salon has to pay you minimum plus 10%. And that's what they say. That's the only way that you could work, but you can only work under someone that has their full red seal. And it's the ratio is 1-to-1. So let's just say there is only one person that had their full red seal, then you can be under that person. But before it could be 5-to-1, like one journey person. So me, and then I can have 5 people under me. But they changed it like to 1-to-1 from 1-to-1. But
Recently?
I think in like the last 2 years or so.
Really?
And I like for salons and barbershops, I just don't think it's like realistic. And like also, I don't know how people run their shops, but some salons and barbershops can't afford to bring a new member in and
pay them
start paying them minimum plus 10%, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's I've done it all I've tried all the ways, you know what I'm saying? But I think what ends up happening is I actually do have 1 or 2 people on hourly right now, and it works all great because it's like I trusted that they're skilled and they're only going to get better, and they bring great energy and great money to the shop, and they're happy, and you know they get paid well and tipped out well, and um, but yeah, I know in Montreal like you actually don't need a license, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the
Same
problem.
with Toronto and Vancouver.
With Toronto, it depends on the
Right.
region you're in. Toronto, the city, you legally need a license to someone. I think you need one person in your salon that needs a license
Oh,
for it to operate.
so where do they get that license?
yeah.
So you would go to school. You finish X amount of hours in school. You finish X amount of hours as an apprentice. Then you would go into the Ontario College of Trades, finish up your exam, pass, get your license.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's where the license comes from. And then I think that person that has the license can then take apprentices under them where they can sign off on their hours.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I believe that having a structure like how they have here in Manitoba is awesome. And the reason for that is I think now owning a business, okay, and especially owning a business in a very like saturated market. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know the last time you went back to Montreal, but Google barbershops in Montreal right now.
Probably hella.
Oh my goodness. And imagine now those barbershops, like half of them are becoming educators now. And it's crazy to me that everyone is popping out of nowhere. And I don't think Montreal realizes that the market is so small. Like if there are 10 barbershops within a 5-kilometer radius and 5 of them are doing classes throughout the whole year. And let's say that there's only, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 barbers in the whole city. And the education becomes recycled. Like it's the same programs being pretty much all coming from
Yeah.
Hugo. I'm going to be honest with you. I personally think that there should be a barrier of entry into the industry, especially in Montreal. And the thing that concerns me the most is the health and safety for the community, because in Montreal, we don't have health inspectors who come through. I'm not sure what it's like here in Manitoba. This is actually really interesting that I'm, coming to a different province to figure out how things run. But, what is it like over here?
We've never had anyone popping on us. At the end of the day, we put our razor blades in old Hennessy bottles.
No,
You
seriously.
know what I mean? Like,
in the Classe Azul, like
That's crazy.
but yeah, I get it. And like, if you had an opportunity to change that, would you?
This is the whole point of the podcast. Absolutely. I haven't announced it yet, but I'm on a journey to creating that. I have the people behind me that have the case studies to prove diseases being spread. And it's something that I definitely want to talk to somebody government wise in Quebec. My biggest obstacle is that I don't speak French, but the people that that are backing me up do. So hearing your opinion, Scott, especially, and hearing your opinion, Jestoni, in the barber industry, you guys are like two iconic people that we honestly pretty much all Canadians look up to, especially you, like in this new generation of barbering. And I can't believe there's a whole wave of people that don't know who you are. It's like my own barbers don't even know who you are. I'm
I
like,
get shocked when like I ask certain like guys like around my age, yo, do you know who Famous or Julie Caesar? And they're like, no. I'm like, what?
Like
And I had
how?
to like give them a whole like class on who they are, you know, like a history lesson.
Exactly. And I think it's because the not to bash precision cutters, but all this precision, the wave of precision cutting education is really taking storm. That, well, respectfully, Scott, you've been kind of a MIA too. I feel like you've been putting a lot of your energy into the salon,
100%.
barbershop as well.
I totally get that. You know what I mean? It's like, if you've never heard of me, it's like, I actually love this about the cafe. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be sitting there and it'd be jam packed and like, no one knows who I am. And low key like that, you know, where it's like, when I was Stoney's age, just a worldwide, you know, world famous. And just like, you have to know who I am. Like, what do you mean? You know, but yes, I have kind of just been in the shadows a little bit, and I'm building my empire, and you know, coming back, bro. Coming back. I'm here.
Can you give us a little sneak peek on how that's supposed to turn out this year?
I mean, I got baby bro Stony. I got a hella gear, bro. Like, I started messing around with my drone. I picked up some mics.
Yes, you did.
You know, so Stoney's gonna help me structure like a nice social media schedule for myself. But like, I really think about it, and it's like, what do I want to post? I to be honest, bro, I don't want to post haircuts all the time anymore. Like, my page is just all haircuts. Like, man, I love waking up. I go to my cafe. I handle biz over there, and it's a beautiful place. And like, I follow like a lot of business owners, and it just shows like their day-to-days. And then through that, like, there's just one dude, this Filipino dude I follow. He has a cafe, and he has a partnership now with Square. And like, those types of endorsements. And I'm very blessed to, you know, be part of Andis. But now I want to expand my network beyond just the hair industry, and then just show that. So it's like, okay, well, what makes my shop money? Okay, it's my barbers. Like, I really want to start. I'm really going to start like celebrating all of them, and then showcasing what they can do, and like feed money to the barbershop, and then to the cafe. And then at the cafe, we do a bunch of events. We actually had our first, me and Stoney put together a look and learn and hands-on.
Wow.
Yeah, we brought down Alexi Michael and John Lloyd.
Amazing.
It was Stoney's idea. I was like, man, like, I've never ran it like that, where it's like that this is their price. It was always like on a collaborative kind of thing. It's like, yo, come to our city, and then we'll try to sell tickets together and figure it out. But they're like, no, you guys make whatever you guys want to make, but this is what we want to get paid. And Stoney's like, Scott, bro, we could do it.
And within 2 weeks, it was very, very tight. But I was like, Scotty, we can do it. Oh, sorry. No, but like, it was within 2 weeks, and I'm like, Scott, we got it. Like, it was difficult, but we actually sold out the first week.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We sold it out.
75 people for the look and learn, and 15 people for the hands-on.
And this was at the barbershop. You guys moved all the stations to the
No,
side.
it was in the cafe.
Oh, it was in the
Oh,
cafe.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Do you think it's like one spot?
It's
like one
literally
place?
just one place,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? It's like literally down the street.
It's literally around the corner from each other.
Yeah, but like with what I was able to learn in this industry, as you know, doing hair and owning a barbershop, I took that knowledge and customer service into this new venture, and just doing something completely new. Because there's coffee snobs out there, there's food critics, there's a bunch of assholes out there that go there and they'll be like, ugh, this croissant wasn't as flaky as last week, leave a terrible review. And it's like, owning the barbershop helped prepare me for that. And of course, I have incredible business partners at the cafe. One of them being Anu. He's my accountant, the one person that I trust with my, like, he knows more about me than I know about myself, like financially, right? And then I was like, okay, and I met him through cutting his hair, right? So like, the people that we get to meet in our chair and stuff like that. But what was the question again?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I forgot the question too. Recap.
But yeah, no. So I'm excited to, you know, really start showing business stuff, and just showing cafe stuff and how I can merge everything together, because people love a story. I love watching Stoney's videos. You know what I mean? Even though I get the privilege of seeing this guy every day, but I just love like the storytelling, and it's inspired me. I'm like, I have a lot of shit to say, bro. And
I always
I feel like I just have too much to say. But Stoney was just gonna help me structure it.
yeah.
And because we have a lot to share. And although my impact in this industry is not what it used to be, is because I'm destined for something even greater and bigger.
God bless.
You know what I'm saying? For the industry, and also like for myself and for whatever. Like I feel something great, man. We're about to hit 10 years at Saint, and there's so much to celebrate, and like I really feel like we're just starting, bro, and it's crazy. And I'm just excited. I'm fucking excited for what's to come.
Wow.
So we're actually like switching our POS system, so that feels like a big restart for like the shop as well. We're actually transitioning to Barber OS.
Okay.
And like that transition has been crazy, because like seeing Scotty just trying to like move all the clients, and all the chair renters are trying to like figure out their like device. It's just like, man, like it's a lot, honestly. But we're launching it this Friday.
Yeah, we're launching it this Friday. Barber OS.
Yeah.
Barber OS.
Shout out Squire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for putting me part of the Squire team when they first started off. But you know, they're like $1 billion company. They're killing it. You know, shout out Dave and Song. But also shout out to Jawad and like the Empire team, because they're the homies. Jawad and Mo, they're the homies, and they're Canadian. And you know, it's time to switch it up. It's time to switch it up. So for anyone that's watching this, I'm not sure what barber platform or POS that you guys are using, but Barber OS is the future.
It surely is.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to close off this podcast by relating to what you said about this new format of education classes, where you hit up your favorite educator and you get them to come to your salon. I have been dabbling with that model for probably since the year started. I have the one and only VillaWorldwide coming by in a couple of weeks.
Fire.
As alongside Victor Ignacio from Toronto. We're going to be hosting a 2-day event. Okay. The first day is going to be a hair jam, where we have 12 showcasers. Okay. The 6 starting at 6 p.m. for an hour and a half, and then the next set of 6 starting at 7:30 p.m. And special guest, we would have already announced it by then, but special guest coming to showcase is Hugo. And it's only $25 to come and see Jestoni do his thing, Victor do his thing. I would love for you to be there if you can make it, just to pop in and come back to your old stomping grounds. April 25th, and then April 26th, we have the Look and Learn from Jestoni and Victor. They're going to be doing a Look and Learn for precision cutting and a social media class. On top of that, do you guys know who Wayne Tuggle is?
Yes. Just because you've told me about him before, that's why.
Do you know that the guy from, I think he's from like North Carolina? He's like coming tight. The hairstylist, he takes the bangs, he twists it, he measures 4 fingers, and he like cut and teases it.
Yep.
So he's actually going to be coming to my salon to teach in May. So
are you gonna get him to do that to your bangs? All right, 4 fingers, boom, pull it back, twist. Watch this. Watch this.
No, not me. Definitely not me. But hey, Scott, if you're down, I would love to do a like Montreal reunion, because my education series this year is literally called the Welcome to Montreal Education Series 2026, and it's where I am bringing faces that are outside of Montreal, educators outside of Montreal, to come and teach and share their knowledge. I'd love to chop it up with you later. Grab your number. We can talk about
brother.
If you're down to come back to the old stomping grounds. That'd be fantastic if you were to come back.
I technically could make that like end of April one, but the thing is, like, after Calgary, after the Empire Barber Expo, I come home for a day, then I go to Toronto, And from Toronto, go to Chicago for ABS, America's Beauty Show.
I'll see you there.
And I'll see you over there.
Yes.
I'm about to launch my lounge at Sanctuary. So,
Lounge.
yeah.
This is insider information that you guys are listening to.
We got our liquor license. So much like how we're literally open 7 days a week as a cafe, we're opening as a lounge. We have this beautiful garage door, patio, cocktails. So now like me and my crew and like we do have a few experienced bartenders, but we're all learning this shit together, and it's mad fun.
Wow.
And so far, so far the feedback has been incredible. And you know, we got EJ as our head chef, and then we have this like he's Filipino too, right? So like, he's got that hospitality in him.
Absolutely.
So we got like just dope food and all this. So like I feel like I need to come back home after the travel so I can focus on that.
For sure.
We'll chop it out, bro.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it.
Sounds
we'll talk
good.
about it.
Wow.
But man, I'm so proud of you, Jestoni. I could cry, man. I'm so happy. Like Stoney's going to I don't know, spoiler alert, but your boy Stoney got booked for Mongolia.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's going to Montreal. I met the Empire guys through Stoney. You know, Stoney's been doing some work with them, and it's sick, man. I love it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, as much as I've inspired people, the people inspire me, man. You know what I mean? And it's like my team, and they keep me young too.
Oh, Christ, Scott, man, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
big brother over here.
yeah, man.
Absolutely. Man, you guys, you Winnipeg guys are super inspiring. I need to come back a little bit more often and get that spark back again. But thank you guys so much for being a part of the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know that time is the most valuable asset we have, and the fact that you can be able to share with me, I'm very, very honored and blessed. Is there anything you want to finish off the podcast? Tell the world, tell the people to finish it off?
Worldwide.
I don't know what to say. I just like never give up. Just keep going, stay consistent, surround yourself with good people, focus on your health, and take care of those who take care of you.
You heard the man.
Here we go. You guys,
Heard the man.
thank you so much. Appreciate
All
you.
right. My man. Thank you.